Downtown Los Angeles, a city of dreams, but also a city of shadows. In February 2013, the Cecil Hotel became the setting for one of the most haunting mysteries in modern history. A young Canadian student full of life and curiosity vanished without a trace. What began as a missing persons case quickly spiraled into an internet obsession after bizarre footage surfaced, footage that millions would watch in disbelief. And when her body was finally discovered, hidden in one of the hotel's rooftop water tanks, the answers brought only more questions. This is the story of Elisa Lam and the chilling final hours of her life. Elisa Lam was just 21 years old. Born in Vancouver, Canada, she was described as bright, creative, and curious. She loved books, fashion, and documenting her life on her blog, Ether Fields and Tumblr page. But Elisa also struggled. She had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. Her family later revealed that while she was on medication, her mental health could sometimes take unpredictable turns. In January 2013, Elisa set out on a solo trip through California, a chance to explore, learn, and experience the world. She traveled by train and bus, documenting her journey online, and eventually checked into the Cecil Hotel. To understand this story, you must understand the setting. The Cecil Hotel, built in the 1920s, was meant to be a luxurious destination. But as decades passed, the hotel fell into decline. Located near L.A.S. Skid Row, the Cecil became infamous for crime, drugs, and tragedy. It was home to serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger. Over the years, it became a magnet for suicides, murders, and unexplained deaths. Some even called it cursed, a place where evil lingered in the walls. It was here, in this building of shadows, that Elisa Lam spent her final days. January 26, 2013. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel. She initially shared a room with other travelers, but due to her odd behavior, the hotel staff moved her to a private room. January 31st, she was last seen alive. She was supposed to check out but never did. Concerned, her family reported her missing when she failed to contact them. For nearly 2 weeks, there was no sign of her. Police searched the hotel, used dogs, and questioned staff, but Elisa was nowhere to be found. Then, the Los Angeles Police Department released a piece of evidence that would grip the world. The surveillance video from the hotel's elevator was unlike anything investigators or the public had ever seen. In the footage, Elisa enters the elevator and presses multiple buttons. She waits. But the elevator doors don't close. She steps in and out repeatedly, peering down the hallway as if someone is following her. Her movements grow stranger. She waves her arms in odd, almost unnatural ways. At times it looks like she's talking to someone who isn't there. Finally, she steps out of frame, and is never seen alive again. The video went viral. Millions debated what they were witnessing. Was she hiding from someone? Experiencing a psychotic episode? Or was something paranormal happening in that hallway? For weeks, guests at the Cecil complained of foul-tasting, discolored water and low water pressure. On February 19th, a maintenance worker climbed to the rooftop and checked the hotel's water tanks. Inside one of them, floating face down, was the body of Elisa Lam. The news was horrifying. Not only was she dead, but hundreds of guests had unknowingly used that water for drinking, bathing, and brushing their teeth. The coroner's report ruled Elisa's death an accidental drowning. No drugs or alcohol were found in her system, only her prescribed medications. But this only deepened the mystery. The rooftop was supposed to be locked and alarmed. The water tank was heavy with a difficult lid to open. How could Elisa have accessed it alone? Theories emerged. Some believed she climbed in herself during a psychotic break. Others suggested foul play, that someone put her there. But with no signs of trauma, assault, or forced entry, police closed the case. The internet exploded with speculation. 1. Mental health theory. Some argued that Elisa, in the midst of a bipolar episode, became disoriented and accidentally drowned. 2. Foul play theory. Others pointed out that the tank's lid would have been too heavy for her to close after entering. Did someone put her there? 3. Supernatural theory. Conspiracy theorists connected the Cecil Hotel's dark history, claiming spirits or paranormal forces were at play. 4. Cover-up theory. Some suspected that the hotel or police were hiding key details to protect its reputation. To this day, none of these theories have been proven, and none can fully explain the bizarre elevator footage. Elisa Lam's story continues to haunt. Her tragic death brought global attention to the Cecil Hotel and inspired countless documentaries, books, and online debates. But at its heart, this is more than a mystery. It's the story of a young woman who wanted to explore the world, but never made it home. And perhaps that's the real horror, not knowing if her final moments were an accident, or something far more sinister? One thing is certain: the truth about what happened to Elisa Lam may never be fully known.